when we get home, my mom says that I have to write an apology letter to my teacher. A letter? That's it? Asked Luke. Yeah, I would have been grounded for a month if I lied to my teacher, said Violet. Rascal's always going to be bad if all she has to do is write a letter, said Luke. She's not bad, she just makes mistakes, says Mom. Well, several mistakes. You're bad, Luke says to me. Bad to the bone, said Violet. That's enough, said my mom. She picks me up and carries me away from them. It was an evil spell, I whisper back to them. The coat has put an evil spell on me. But this makes them even angrier. Just because you have a stupid imagination, said Luke, doesn't mean you can get away with everything, says Violet. Can my punishment be time out instead? I asked my mom. If I had time out, I could play with Mary in my room. First, write the letter, she says. I stare at the blank piece of paper for a long time. Then I ask my mom, how do you spell sorry? S-O-R-R-Y, says Mom, looking pleased. How do you spell bunchy? I asked. She sighs. Then she says, B-U-N-C-H-Y. How do you spell world of danger? W-O-R-L. You know what? Just sound it out. She leaves the room and I keep writing. How do you spell meatloaf? I call to her. Huh? What are you writing? She calls back. Sound it out, she yells. How do you spell 5 little ducklings? What on earth? Said Mom, walking back to the kitchen. How do you spell fake family? How do you spell electric can opener? How do you spell cemetery? Rascal, shush, listen to me. What is the important thing that you need to say in this letter? That I'll never lie again, cross my heart, hope to die, stick a needle in my eye. Okay, so did you write that? She asks. No, that happens at the end, when I'm riding a powerful black horse and all the animals cheer and there's a sunset. Okay, let's just skip to that part, she says. I'll help you. Finally, I'm done. My mom puts my letter in an envelope and I run up the stairs to my room as fast as I can. But when I open the door, the first thing I see are these. Then this. And this. What the heck? I yell at Mary. What is Mrs. Gobblecracker doing here? She rang the doorbell in her bathrobe. She said she's sick. I felt so bad, I didn't know what to do. She said she had no one to take care of her, said Mary. She's not sick. She's faking. It's a trick. Haven't you ever read Little Red Riding Hood? She's the wolf. Look at her. She's lying. I'd love some hot coffee, croaks Mrs. Gobblecracker in a fake sick voice. Oh, this is ridiculous, I shout to Mary, and wouldn't say no to some soup, said Mrs. Gobblecracker. Mary, I have had a very hard day, and now this? You get her out of here right away. But how? Wait, where are you going? Somewhere safe, out of this house, I say. I grab the first thing I see, my goggles, and I run downstairs to find my mom. Be careful she doesn't eat you, I call back to Mary. High danger alert. It's not safe for me to stay in this house, I tell my mom. Can we go to the pool? Not today, she says. How come? 'Cause it's winter, she said, and the pool's outside, remember? You always say no. Can we go to the post office then? What? No. How about the library, the hardware store? Don't we usually have errands? Or remember that time we went to the shoe repair? Can we go there again? I know. How about you get your hair cut? Don't you like doing that? And remember that time when I went with you and everyone said how good I was? All the hair ladies were saying it. We are staying home, said Mom, and guess what? Melody and her mom are coming over. Melody's coming over? Why? Melody lives on my block. Her mom is friends with my mom, and she cries about everything. She even cried one time because her straw bent. It's supposed to bend. That's how they make it. And she always wants to clean things. One time, she spent the whole Playdate vacuuming. Ding dong! Who's that? Oh, great, they're here, said Mom. Go answer the door and take off your goggles. Melody's mom says quietly to me, Melody's a little scared of your game about that evil witch, Mrs. Gobblecracker. Yes, so could you maybe not talk to her about that and try to play something else? Like what? I said in a grumpy voice. Like a board game, said Mom. Mrs. Gobblecracker's in my bed and I'm supposed to play a board game? I wonder if they have any cleaning projects. Oh, hey kids, Melody's here, says Mom to Luke and Violet as they're coming down the stairs. When they hear Melody's name, they quickly turn around and run back upstairs as fast as they can. My mom gives me a look like I better behave. Want to play Candyland? I asked Melody. I guess so, she said. The moms go to the kitchen to have tea. I let Melody go first. Luckily, she keeps getting it double color cards, so she's ahead of me on the path. I cross my fingers behind my back, and she wins because I don't want her to cry. I'm secretly happy when I get a green card, which means I get stuck in licorice space. But she starts crying anyway. No, I'm stuck in the sticky licorice, I say. Not you. See, I'm red. You're yellow. I know. So why are you crying? 'Cause I felt bad for you, she says, crying. I always think she's fake crying because of the things she cries about. But then, right after I'm positive that she's faking, these enormous tears spill out of her eyes. Tears so big that the board gets wet. No, it's okay. I just missed one turn. I don't mind. It's no big deal, I tell her. Can we clean up, said Melody. Clean up the licorice? That's a great idea. No, I meant the game, she says. The licorice is a sticky mess. It's all over the floor. Come on, I say. Get up. The licorice is spreading all over Candyland. We've got to clean it up and save Candyland. We run to the bathroom and grab a pile of rags and a bottle of soap. Suddenly, Melody is not quiet at all anymore. Turn on the shower, yells Melody. It'll wash the licorice away. Then she starts scrubbing the hallway. Excuse me, it's not safe in here for playdates. The licorice is everywhere. More soap. I think it was the goggles that made it hard to see after they got foggy from the shower. And I guess the floors were pretty slippery too, because when Melody and I crashed into each other, I landed right on top of her and her foot went into my mouth. Just going to the bathroom, don't mind me. Are you okay? Melody asks. I take off my goggles. Something's wiggling in my mouth, I say. It's your tongue, says Melody. No, it's something else, I say. I put my hand in my mouth to feel. My loof is tooth, I say. I mean, my tooth is loof. Let me feel, said Melody. She wiggles my tooth. Yep, it wiggles, she whispers. My first loof tooth, I yell. And then Melody bursts into tears. The giant kind. Oh no, why are you crying? Do you know what this means? She asked. Yes, it means the tooth fairy's coming. It means you're growing up, she sobs. It's okay, I hug Melody. I'll always be a baby. Chapter 3, Baby Teeth. Holy cow, my wiggly tooth is so wiggly. I tell Luke and Violet the night before bed, my wiggly tooth is so wiggly. You said that already, said Luke. I just want to make sure the tooth fairy hears, I say. I think that the tooth fairy is sparkly little glow of light, and she lives on a fluffy cloud. And she's so little that she would fit in my pocket. She has soft, fuzzy wings, and she's a zippy little flyer. Do you think she'll bring me $1? I ask Luke and Violet. Does she know me already? Does she love me so much? Because I love her. I love her more than anything, even candy. If you don't stop talking about love, I'll pull your tooth out right now, said Luke. And it will be very bloody, said Violet. I don't know why Luke and Violet are so mean to me, but I think it has something to do with their memories. Luke's memory. Luke, did you draw on the wall? No, it was Rascal. Oh, did you draw that, sweetie? What is it? A towel? Ha ha ha! She's so original. Violet's memory. Mommy, look at these words I wrote. Cat, hat, burrito. Rascal's throwing diapers out the window. Mommy, look, I can write my name in script. Rascal's eating coffee beans. Mommy, look, I read a whole book, Frog and Toad. Yes, I have a baby. She called 911. Didn't Mom tell you to go to bed a long time ago? Asked Luke. Give me a kick off the couch. There's a problem with my bed, I tell them. What kind of problem? Asked Violet. Well, Mrs. Gobblecracker's in my bed, I whisper. Mom, yells Violet. Rascal's talking about Mrs. Gobblecracker again. My mom and dad come out of the kitchen. Come on, Rascal, it's bedtime. You know that, said Mom. But Mrs. Gobblecracker's in my bed, I cry. No more games tonight, it's over, said Mom. I'm done, and she wants to butter my bones. What does that mean exactly? Asked Luke. Butter my bones and eat them, I yell. Crunch, crunch, said Violet, pretending to eat my arm. Delicious. "Let's go," said Mom. "Daddy'll read you a story. Mrs. Gobblecracker can listen too," said Dad. "She can even pick the book. Mrs. Gobblecracker is a terrible listener." "Oh, please, a forest did not grow in this room. I'm sorry. I'll eat him up. That kid is so bad. I'll show them terrible teeth." When my dad turns out the light, he says, "Think happy thoughts, rascal." "Like what?" I ask him. "How about the Tooth Fairy? If you think about the Tooth Fairy, I bet Mrs. Gobblecracker will go away." He kisses me goodnight and leaves me alone with Mrs. Gobblecracker. "Who's the Tooth Fairy? Who's the Tooth Fairy?" I say, and turn on the light. "You've been alive for 507 years and you've never heard of a Tooth Fairy?" "Just tell me," she says, so I explain it to her. Of course she interrupts. "So are you trying to tell me that there's a woman, not me, who sneaks into kids' rooms in the middle of the night without permission and takes their body parts, and it's not me?" "Just teeth. That's the only body part," I say. "Teeth that fell out already." "From eating too much candy?" she asks. "Not rotten teeth, baby teeth," I say. "Baby teeth?" And then she sits up in bed and starts talking in a high baby voice. "Oh, that sounds so cute. Oh, yes, little mini baby teeth. I want them. "What?" "Oh, nothing. Forget it." And so, tell me again, children want her to come, and they are happy about it, and she never gets in trouble for doing this? "Yeah, because she's giving them money." "Why are you asking? What are you thinking?" I'm so jealous. I can't breathe. I can't bear it. I need to have that job. Jealousy beyond jealousy. "Oh, me? Nothing. I'm not thinking of anything perfectly evil," she says, getting out of bed. Then Mrs. Gobblecracker starts pulling out things of my closet and making a huge mess. "Do you have any wings?" she asks. "You know, from a Halloween costume or something?" "Nope. How about a little crown? You must have a crown." "I don't." "Every girl goes through a princess phase. Where are the crowns?" "Why are you yelling? Calm down," I say. "Okay, just tell me, do you have glitter? Your mom probably hides it from you because you always make a huge mess with it. Maybe in a kitchen cabinet? I must have glitter. I can't do this without glitter." She runs downstairs. I hear some noise in the kitchen, and then the sound of the front door slamming. She's gone. I guess my dad was right. I fall asleep